freezing. My house would be like the ice palace. Every time I climbed the stairs, I felt I should be going, let it go, I'm one with the wind and snow. It's been that cold in my house. Came upstairs the other day to discover Olaf making me a cup of tea. He said, I like warm hugs. I said, I like 2 sugars, you cunt. My kids like that one. Anyway, but it's nice here. I haven't been in here before. I like Swansea. I've been to Swansea a few times. My kids like Swansea. Like when I arrive and you see the aircraft, anti-aircraft guns either side of the road. And what they especially like is my impression or my reconstruction of what it would be like to be in the war. And it basically goes like this. Bloody hell, man! Germans anyway! Shoot the bastard! Don't fight with it! My kids like it. So, anyway, give me a hell yeah if you like cats.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Lots of cat people in. Brilliant. Give me a hell yeah if you like ukuleles.
Hell yeah!
Ukuleles too. Okay, so just know this for the next couple of minutes. Just keep this in mind, okay? I like all animals, including cats. And as a musician, I do appreciate all musical instruments, other than the triangle. For me, the triangle is kind of like an imposter, really, isn't it? It's not an instrument, it's a fucking shape. You know what I mean? I mean, what do you even call a professional person who plays a triangle? Does anybody know?
Trianglist.
No, well, it could be a trianglist, it could be a triangler, but I've looked into it, and actually, there is a word we call someone who plays a triangle. Special. So I call it special, because they play noisy shapes, don't they? What do you play? Well, I play the oblong. Oh really? I play a hexadecimal dodecahedron. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. You know? And there's a lot of animosity builds up in big bands with triangle players, you know what I mean? Because they've got the least amount to carry. They've got the least amount of responsibility. Ding. You know, and they still get paid the same. And all the band members, they talk about the triangle player or the special one behind his back. Here he is. Fucking isosceles. You know? So he doesn't care a lot. But anyway, bear in mind now, guys, all animals, including cats, and musical instruments, okay? You have got that locked in? Yeah. Good. So death. It's a rite of passage. It affects us all, yeah? We all kind of encounter it in some way, shape or form. As a parent, you might be lucky enough to explain to your child death before they actually encounter it and it completely fucks them up. I wasn't that lucky. I first encountered death when I ran outside as a child and discovered my pet rabbit Charlie dead in his hutch. I ran inside the house, my dad was chopping carrots, and after he had his fingers sewn back on, he took me into the woods and we buried the rabbit. It's a thing of that one. And he explained to me all about death. Years later, as a father myself, I was coming down the stairs, a little bit worse for wear. My wife had been away for the weekend, and after I put the kids down, I had the house to myself. And I wanted to enjoy that time. And it kind of goes the standard way, you know, a little bit of wine, some music, a long, painful descent into a never-ending abyss of self-loathing and disgust, leading up to a pretty anticlimactic cry wank. Sorry. Anyway, so I was coming down the stairs. And I walked into the living room and I discovered Sneak, our pet cat, dead as fuck. And at that point, I heard the noise of my kids coming down the stairs. And I thought, no, they are not going to discover death like this. They're not going to see death like this. Sneaky at the time was doing this on the windowsill. And I thought, no. So I ran to the stairs and said, no, do not come down the stairs. Do not come down. Why not? I've had an accident. Yeah, there's poo everywhere. Do not come down the stairs. So the poo story would hold up, but not for long. So I started searching the house for a box or something that I could put Sneak in. You know, but the problem was rigor mortis set in, and now Sneaky was solid as a rock. He was an inflexible being, and however hard I tried, there was no fucking way he was fitted into the empty cornflake box. I even tried the crunchy nut cornflakes. I was 50% extra, and that didn't work either. Then I discovered an empty Barbie box, you know, the sort with the perspex front that you can see into, and I managed to get his head and his paw kind of in, but it ended up looking like a very macabre gift you give to a child that you hate. There you go. Merry Christmas. Dead cat Barbie. Bastard. So that was out. We didn't go for that one. So then I found it. It was perfect. The ukulele box. My kid's ukulele came in. It fits Sneaky's body perfectly. Other than his tail. His tail had frozen up in that position, which basically meant every time I closed the box, it would pierce it and kind of invented a new version of whack-a-mole. You know those things you hit the moles down in the fair? It just wouldn't go down at all. I spied some duct tape and I managed to wrap it around the box, save for the tail, which kind of then made a sort of rudimentary handle, which allowed me to pick up the box and carry it as I put it outside, just as my kids are coming down the stairs. I return into the house as my wife's coming through the door. And I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit worse for wear. And in a competition between who looks better, the dead cat or my wife, the cat wins 3 times down. So I brought her in and held by the hand, and the kids were there as well. And I said, guys, this isn't going to be easy to say, so I'm just going to say this, okay? Before the words come out of my lips, my daughter goes, Daddy pooed himself. I'm like, I didn't poo myself! You did, you said you pooed himself. There was poo everywhere. My wife's like, get your fucking hands off me, you dirty bastard. I was like, no, I didn't. Listen. The cat's dead. And there was silence. Eyes began to well with tears. Lips began to quiver. Behind them, the morning sun shone through the window, illuminating the box on the wall with the tail stuck up like that. So I extracted myself from the situation as sensitively as I could, because I knew I had to be at work at any time. Grabbed the box and ran in the car. Before I left, I assured my family I would find a suitable and beautiful place to bury the cat. So I'm driving along the road and I'm searching everywhere, looking for somewhere to bury the cat. And it isn't anywhere. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? And I can see the clock. I'm going to be fired any minute. And then I saw the sign for the tip. Now, what could I do? It was the only thing I could do. I'm not proud, but I did it, okay? And I reasoned with myself. I thought, well, when the cat was alive, you couldn't get the bastard out of the bins. That's all he ever did. He was in the bins all the time. I thought, well, he'd want it this way. He'd want to be in the bin. So I drove into the tip. And then that's where I hit my next snag. What was he? Was he non-recyclable goods? Was he cardboard? Was he edible remains? I didn't know. Luckily, there were no cars in there. So I was able to use his table as a sort of rudimentary slingshot and catapult him into one of the troughs and drive out. As I passed the tip, I encountered a field with swaying golden grass that led up to a rather large tree on the end of a cliff that overlooked an ocean. It's the sort of field you'd expect to see Stinging riding around on a horse. Every time my family and I passed this field, they waved to the tree and call out Snicky's name, because that's where I told him he was buried. And I die a little every time. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been nice talking to you. Thank you very much. Good night.